The Constitution of India, Preamble. We, the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic and to secure to all its citizens justice, social, economic and political, liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith and worship, equality of status and of opportunity, and to promote among them all fraternity, assuring the dignity of the individual and the unity and integrity of the nation. In our Constituent Assembly, this 26th day of November 1949, do hereby adopt, enact and give to ourselves this Constitution.
Hello my dear children, welcome back to the class. The secret of your future is hidden in your daily routine. Daily habits may vary depending upon a person, and this may include consumption of water, doing exercise, waking up early and sleep at a reasonable time, etc. No matter the case, these small activities form a system according to which we all function, and these small activities or these system that determines still what we have to improve or change to become better in our personal life. So, daily routine is very important, isn't it? There are 5 main benefits which results from having a daily routine. The first one is better time management. The second one is self-discipline, and the third one is focus, and the fourth one is healthy balance, and the fifth one is understanding yourself better. So these are the 5 benefits we can gain from having a daily routine. If we have a daily routine, definitely we will be able to manage our time. We will be having a to-do list, and accordingly we will do the things. So whatever things we are supposed to do a particular day, very easily we can complete it if we have a better time management. Then if we have a daily routine, definitely we will be self-disciplined. Self-discipline is very important to lead a successful life, to lead a happy life. So regarding self-discipline, everybody knows, isn't it? Waking up early and doing the things systematically, all these are a part of self-discipline. The children, you should have some important things like covering your books, keeping your books in a particular place. That home timetable, what you are writing in the home timetable is related to this only, the self-discipline only. So self-discipline is very important in everyone's life. Then third one is focus. If you have a better time management and if you are self-disciplined, definitely you will be able to focus in your goals or your aims, and very easily you can achieve it. Then the fourth one is healthy balance. Means now you are children, isn't it? Your main focus is studies only, but at the same time you will be having many hobbies, interests. If you have a daily routine, definitely you can manage the both. You can balance both studies and your hobbies, your interests, etc. Then the last one is understanding yourself better, which means forming a daily routine is not an easy task. It will take time, but with time you can develop your own habits and you can eliminate the bad habits, isn't it? and you can very easily understand which are the good habit that triggers the positive parts of your personality and which are the bad habits that influences you negatively. So, if you know yourself in a better manner, you can very easily eliminate the bad habits in your life and you can lead a better life. Okay, so hope you all have understood the importance of daily routine in your life. Definitely the daily routine that is the hidden secret in your future life. So I know that you are not in the track nowadays, but try to develop a daily routine and be in the track. Okay, are you all ready? Okay, very good. Now let us begin today's class. So in 9th standard biology we have 7 chapters. Now we have completed 6 chapters and today I am moving on to the 7th chapter. Okay, so hope you all have watched the 6th chapter's videos and you all have studied it thoroughly. And today we are going to discuss the 7th chapter. The 7th chapter is division for growth and reproduction. Division for growth and reproduction. So in the previous year, that is in 8th standard, you have thoroughly studied about the reproduction, isn't it? And you all know that the life begins from a single cell which is known as zygote. And you know that the zygote divides and forms the fetus and the fetus later on develop into a baby. All these things you have already learned. So it is very cell division has importance in a person's life, isn't it? And cell division, now we are going to analyze whether cell division is or whether the cell division help in the growth of a person. Okay, so in this chapter mainly we are going to discuss the cell division which helps in growth as well as in reproduction. So first we will discuss the cell division that helps in growth. Okay, so what is the importance of cell division? Cell division helps in the growth and it also helps to repairs the damaged tissues and it helps in healing and regeneration and it also helps in reproduction. Okay, so now we are going to discuss the cell division that helps in the growth. Okay, so before cell division, there are certain changes that take place in a cell. Okay, that means a cell divides when it attains its complete growth. Okay, so how it attains complete growth and during this growth what all changes take place in a cell. All these things now we are going to discuss. Okay, so a cell division means a cell which completes its growth divides into 2 daughter cells or divides into new cells or daughter cells. You can see here a parent cell or a cell that completes its growth divides to form 2 daughter cells. Again these 2 daughter cells completes its growth and divides into 4 daughter cells. So this is what happens during cell division. Okay, so now I told you before cell division, the cell division will take place after attaining a complete growth of a cell, and during this process some changes will occur inside the cell. So let us see what are the changes that take place in a cell during the preparatory phase or during the preparation for cell division. Okay. So I told you before the cell division certain changes will take place in the cell. Okay. And this stage or this phase is known as interphase, and during interphase a cell attains its complete growth. Okay. So interphase is also known as preparatory phase, which means the cell is ready to divide. The cell is preparing for cell division. So let us see what are the changes that occur in the cell during interphase. So the changes are the number of cell organelles increases. The number of cell organelle increases. You all know that what are the cell organelles present in a cell, isn't it? Mitochondria, ribosome, endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi complex, etc. Ribosome, etc. So these before attaining the complete growth, all the cell organelles will not be there in a cell. Okay. So during interphase the number of cell organelle increase. എല്ലാ സെൽ ഓർഗനല്ലേസും ഫോം ചെയ്യും സെല്ലിനകത്ത്. ദെൻ ദ ക്വാണ്ടിറ്റി ഓഫ് സൈറ്റോപ്ലാസം ഇൻക്രീസസ്. ദ ക്വാണ്ടിറ്റി ഓഫ് സൈറ്റോപ്ലാസം വിൽ ഇൻക്രീസ്. ദെൻ ദ സെൽ സൈസ് ഇൻക്രീസസ്. വെൻ all cell organelles develop and the quantity of cytoplasm increases, naturally the cell size also will increase. Okay. Then the next change is the duplication of genetic material. The duplication of genetic material, അത് എന്താണെന്ന് നമ്മൾ ഇനി ഈ ചാപ്റ്ററിൽ പഠിക്കും. Okay. What is that? The duplication of genetic material, that we will learn in the next topic. So these are the main changes that occur inside the cell during the interphase. Okay. The number of cell organelle increases, the quantity of cytoplasm increases, the cell size increases, and the duplication of genetic material. Okay. So these are the changes that occur during interphase, and it is also known as preparatory phase. Okay. So after the interphase immediately the cell will divide, and that phase is known as division phase. Okay. So in a cell a preparatory phase is there, a division phase is there, and we can call both this interphase and the division phase together as cell cycle. Okay. So in the division phase the cell divides. Okay. And the cell division that includes the division of nucleus and the division of cytoplasm. You know that in a cell cytoplasm is there, and in this cytoplasm all cell organelle are embedded and nucleus is there, isn't it? So the cell division includes the division of nucleus and division of cytoplasm. Okay. So both interphase and the division phase together constitute a cell cycle. Okay. During interphase a cell attains its complete growth. Understood? And after that the cell divides, the division phase, in that the cell divides into two daughter cells. Okay. So the interphase and the division phase get repeated in a cyclic manner. So we can call the interphase and the division phase together cell cycle, or the interphase and the division phase together constitute a cell cycle. The growth of the body is brought about by the cell growth and the cell division. Did you understand? അപ്പോൾ ഗ്രോത്ത് നടക്കണമെങ്കിൽ അവിടെ സെൽ ഗ്രോത്ത് ഇൻ്റർഫേസ് നടന്ന് അതിനുശേഷം സെൽ ഡിവിഷൻ നടന്നെങ്കിൽ മാത്രമാണ് അവിടെ ഗ്രോത്ത് ഉണ്ടാവുന്നത്. നമ്മളൊക്കെ വളരണമെങ്കിൽ നമ്മുടെ ബോഡി സെൽസ് ഡിവൈഡ് ചെയ്യണം. Did you understand? Okay. So there are two types of cell division in human beings, and that is mitosis and meiosis. And first we will discuss the mitosis. Okay, so mitosis is the cell division which helps in the body growth. Okay, so mitosis is the cell division which helps in the body growth. So in mitosis, in which a fully grown cell divides into daughter cells. Okay, and the mitosis consists of two phases, which means first the nucleus divides. That is the first phase, the nuclear division, and which is known as karyokinesis. And after that the cytoplasm divides, and which is known as cytokinesis. So karyokinesis and cytokinesis are the two phases of mitosis or mitotic division. Karyokinesis means nuclear division, cytokinesis means cytoplasmic division. So first the nucleus divides, which is followed by the division of cytoplasm. That means first karyokinesis will take place, then the cytokinesis will take place. So did you all understand? So mitosis is the cell division which help in the growth of the body, and this takes place in the body cells, and the body cells are also known as somatic cells. So mitosis is taking place in the body cells or the somatic cells that leads to the growth of the body. Okay, so the karyokinesis consists of 4 stages, and we will discuss that in the next class. Now I am winding up this class. Hope you all have understood the concepts we have discussed today. So watch the video and study the portions thoroughly. If you have any doubt, you can contact me. I will be clarifying your doubts. Okay, so bye bye till we meet again.